excel, because thou wentest up to thy father's bed. Then defilest thou it. He went up to my couch.
Mm-hmm.
Simeon and Levi, our brethren, instruments of cruelty are in their habitation.
Now, who is Simeon and Levi?
According to our chart and what has been found in scriptures, Simeon is the Dominicans,
Mm-hmm.
and Levi are the Haitians.
Mm-hmm. On the map, brothers and sisters, though the area of land is, they live right next door to each other, the landmass. Simeon lives in one part and Haitian lives is another part, but they're right next door to each other. And their instruments of cruelty is that Simeon and Levi practice witchcraft. Levi was the high priest of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
But they both practice witchcraft.
You didn't expound on Reuben, though.
Yeah, going back to Reuben. Reuben is what we call the Aborigines of Australia. Okay?
Aboriginal?
Yep, the Aborigines of Australia.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so their prophecy and how that aligned up with them.
That's the modern name for them, but the Simeon, that's who they're called. That's what the Most High called.
I said the prophecy and how it lined up with them from Scripture, that they will not excel.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they would not excel. They're one of the tribes that have not excelled as a whole, as a people. You know what I'm saying? As prosperous as some of the other tribes, and they just carry a lot of their old traits still with them. You can look at the Aboriginal people and look at them, and you can see they're from old. Okay, so where we at, prophets?
We're still with Simeon and
Levi.
Right? You were describing that.
Yeah, Simeon and Levi are those two tribes that practice witchcraft today. Saturnalia and voodoo. Okay, and it's prominent amongst these two tribes. All right, come on with verse 6, prophet.
So those will be described as their instruments of cruelty,
yep,
as it states in the scriptures.
Exactly.
Verse 6, O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly, mine honor. Be not thou united. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they digged down a wall. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. So
the Most High say he's going to divide Haitians amongst Judah, right, and Israel, right? In the three tribes in the southern kingdom was Benjamin, Judah, and Levi, right? But Haitians live amongst us here. Haitians are all around, right? So this is the Most High telling us that these people are going to be scattered amongst us between Judah and Israel, right, prophet?
Yeah. I will divide them in Jacob.
Right.
And scatter them in Israel. You keep saying Judah. Judah is a tribe. Jacob is the whole, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Now, come on, prophet. Verse 8.
Verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise.
So, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. What that means is that Judah is a leader. Christ come out of the tribe of Judah. That praise is going to go to Christ. All right? This is the Father seeing Christ even in the bloodline of Judah. All men will praise Judah because of Christ.
Right.
All right? Come on.
Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Thy hand should be in the neck of thy enemies. Remember I said that we were sold to our enemies here in this land? As bond men and bond women, slave men and slave women. We had ample opportunity many times, even before Nat Turner, to lay hands on our enemies. And even today, our enemy keeps us real close to him. Would you say, bro?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So much so they're marrying them.
It's a mixture going on, right?
It's a mixture going on.
It's a love affair going on, and the Most High is not pleased with it.
Well, actually, it's just a deception, but yeah. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp.
Mm.
From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion, and as an old lion. Who shall rouse him up?
Now, it is known that Judah, now prophets, where you at with the 12 tribe chart? Who is Judah today? Who is Judah?
Judah is the Negroes.
The what?
The so-called Negroes.
The so-called Negroes, Judah. Okay? This prophecy fits Judah. This fits us. Who shall rise him up? Aren't we trendsetters, prophets, wouldn't you say? Don't a lot of other nations follow our lead?
They do. They always follow our lead. Every time you do actually I saw a documentary asking someone several people, what would this world, America, be like without blacks? Or what would this world be like without blacks? And you can see there that they love our culture, but for some reason they don't like us as a people in their midst, but they want to have our culture. So yeah, when you say we're trendsetters, absolutely.
Well, you know what? I think the prophet is referring to our modern day culture that we influence a lot of people, like even with our rap, our dress, you know what I'm saying, our clothing, of course.
That's
music.
The culture.
Yeah, our hair, everything. Okay? They make a lot of money selling hair to our women. All right? They sell us jewelry that really is ours, you know. So we are an industry in itself, people. Judah has made the whole world rich. Israel has made the whole world rich. They got rich off of us in slavery. Okay? Prophets, where you at?
Verse 10, the scepter shall not depart from Judah.
Now the scriptures say the scepter, that's kingship, shall not depart from Judah. So this is lining up with what we're saying, that Christ is going to come through the line of Judah. Okay? So that right there is a remarkable thing right there, brothers and sisters. Those are woken up to the truth, understanding that you come from a royal bloodline. Okay? And we thank the Most High for giving us the understanding and awakening us to this fact. You know? Prophets, what else you want to bring out here?
Oh, nothing. I'll just keep reading.
Read verse 10 again.
The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet.
Okay.
Until Shiloh come.
Until who come?
Until Shiloh come.
Until Shiloh come. That's Christ. Come on.
And unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
Now, it was said through our father Jacob, way before Christ was even born, that prophecy. He said the gathering of the people is going to be unto him. Unto Shiloh, right? He's going to gather everybody to himself. I'm going to let the prophets keep reading this. The rest of the tribe, we're going to bring out these people. Then come on, prophets. Read verse 11.
Binding his foil unto the vine, and his ass's coat unto the choice vine. He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea.
Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea. This is describing a certain people living off a port, right? Who is Zebulun today, prophets?
Guatemala.
The Guatemalans?
To the Panama Mayans.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Like, is that the Puerto Riches
Yeah,
or the Puerto Ricans, or who are those?
No, that's off the island coast of Panama. Panama was a big slave haven place that they brought in slaves right there off of Panama. That's the haven of the sea. It was a port. Yeah, it's like that.
Which again aligns with Deuteronomy and the slaves.
Exactly. Come on, keep reading that, prophet.
Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon.
Okay.
Issachar is a strong ass crouching down between two burdens.
Burdens are what? Those are considered asses, donkeys, right? Issachar. Who is Issachar today, prophets? Who do you got for Issachar?
We are the Mexicans, so-called Mexicans.
The so-called Mexicans.
Mm-hmm.
So, brothers and sisters, we're giving you today's modern people for the 12 tribes. Judah has brothers. It's more than just what you see on the surface, okay? It's bigger than Judah. This awakening is bigger than one nation of people.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Come on, prophet.
And verse 15, and he saw that rest was good. So that's the siesta when we're talking about them being Mexican. And Issachar is a strong ass crouching down between two burdens representing the donkeys. And we know that that is the symbol of a worker, you know, that they work for low wages or whatever. And they're crouched between two donkeys. People have seen that throughout history. Verse 15, and he saw that rest was good and the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute.
A servant unto tribute. And another identifier. What nation of people will basically work for nothing?
Tribute means whatever a person would give you.
Yeah.
Which is why they really undercut so many people in the workforce right now today.
Right. Issachar has a reputation of working for less than nothing. You know, even Judah won't take some of the jobs that Issachar does. They will work unto tribute. They are hardworking people, okay, and they take care of family like we should do all the time.
All of us should do.
All of us should do. All right, let's move on down. Keep going.
Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel.
Now, Dan is not on the 12 tribes chart or the redemption it's spoke of in the book of Revelation, because they were cast out. They left the family. Okay.
They were traitors, actually.
They were traitors.
Sell us out. They ended up being pirates, or what we would recognize as so-called pirates, and gave into the money, I guess.
Right. Verse 16 says it. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Dan
shall be a serpent. Verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent, by the way. So one that would, like, backbite or be, evil to us. An adder in the path that biteth the horse heels.
Right.
So that his rider shall fall backwards.
So Dan should be a stumbling block. Dan was a stumbling block unto his brothers. And we can pick that up and find that in the book of Psalms 130. Go to Psalms 130 and read verse 5, prophets. But that's what Dan did. Dan got in the way of the progress of the 12 tribes, and the Most High moved him out of the way. When you in the way of the Most High's progress, he will move you out of the way.
Yeah. You will be removed, cast out just as easy.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Achan. I say it all the time. When, I always refer to that because that was a memorable thing. He was walking with the nations who had crossed over. They were winning, battles because the Most High was with them. But you have to keep things in order.
Right.
If it's sin in the camp, the Most High will order that you be cast out or killed, one or the other. Verse Psalm 130. Out of the depths have I cried unto thee, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice. Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. If thou, Most High, shouldest mark iniquities, O Father, who shall stand? But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. I wait for the Most High. My soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Most High, more than they that watch for the morning. I say, more than they that watch for the morning. Let Israel hope in the Most High God our power, for with the Most High there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption, and he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities.
Okay, he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities. Look, that is a reference to the next verse, verse 18. I have waited for thy salvation, O Lord. Okay. So that just touches on the next verse right there, verse 18. But Dan was a stumbling block to his brothers and sisters, and the Most High moved him out of the way. That's why he's not counted in the inheritance in the book of Revelation. Okay? So Matter of fact,